Recording in progress. They're the key words that we love to hear here at PALTI on episode 48 AC. Now, tonight's episode is the return of the long-awaited Magic Man. Seriously, he does vanishing acts, but he does make money appear out of nothing. Marto, welcome back.
Hey, boys.
Hey,
Hey, the army
back,
out there.
back.
G'day, boys. Tone and Taz. Great to see you again. As Sheldon Cooper used to say, Taz, that's my spot. I've returned.
Oh, you have indeed. Now, I need to ask you something.
Yeah, mate.
How did you get through the day? Because you would have been quite firm, having been quite excited about tonight, wouldn't you?
Oh, exactly. I'm just jumping out of my skin for the last 2 weeks. I can't wait to get back on. Say g'day to everyone.
There you go. Tone?
Been doing a few of these ones too.
Tone, what about the Magic Man?
Yeah, good evening. I can have a rest tonight because I don't have to provide anything. Marto can just because he can do my numbers and everything tonight.
Well, let's not forget that we are a team here at PALTI. So there's not just one person. There's three of us involved here, and we welcome all the PALTI army to share our information for the weekend.
I do love that. I do love that you say there's no I in team, but without Marto, there is no team. That's what you're trying to say.
Of course, yes. But I've been off in the background, yes. I've been busy. I'm back now. I'm back.
Absolutely. It's great to have you back. It is good to see you.
Yes.
Nothing's changed. Good still as confident as always.
Absolutely.
We won't talk about your football team because they're not playing as confidently as you.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, there's coaching problems there. He's trying to make adjustments with injuries out and making mistakes. First-year coach mistakes. But, yes.
We'll save that for later. Now, Marto.
Okay. Hello.
Let's just keep it really fresh. But, Tone, you're a part of this too. How good were we yesterday?
Oh.
Bang, bang, bang.
Bang, bang. It was bang, 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 wasn't it? Yeah,
bloody
absolutely.
How good was a Wednesday? Holy moly.
That's right, because the Cunning Fox got up, if I'm right.
Yes.
Then we had a photograph win. Now, I know that I put that up as mine, but I did add in the comments that Tone did like it as well. But
Tone did love it as well, yes.
And then we got away with the Persian Empire. Now, privately, Marto, do you remember what Tone put in the little chat?
No, you'll have to remind me.
He said, I'm going to get on these because I like
yes.
Fox was one of Pez's favourites. Photograph he liked, and the Persian was an omen bet because young Emmy is dating a bit of a Persian fella, isn't she?
Yes, she is. Yeah, it's been for a couple of years. Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. So all the planets aligned for your Tone.
That's probably it's probably fair to say, as much as you've been excited about tonight, Tone has probably just been sitting at home counting wads of cash.
I did have a little bit on. I'll tell you what, I'll be stocking up on Turkish delights very shortly.
Boosted the account ready for Saturday.
Oh yeah, we're ready now, Marto. Got plenty of ammo.
Good on you.
Well, the beauty of how we've been going is whilst we don't like to peacock all the time, we have been consistently throwing out winners. So whether that's one, whether it's two, or whether it's four, they've been there. Last week, I found a little special, and that's why it's important that people watch the show because that Vores, VORS,
yes,
did get up.
It was about 9-1 or something.
Yep, yeah, looted one. You had your winner as well there. Tone with
Les Vampires.
Les Vampires, yeah. How good was that run?
Marto's just been consistent with
we had a blemish last Saturday, but we'll bounce back this week.
We'll bounce back this week. Now, let's not hold back. Marto. You've been away for 2 weeks. So give us your Kickstarter. Lead us in.
Kickstarter. First at Caulfield, Prestige Schnitzel. Now, the trainer, the Brodoke Jensen staple, has got two runners in here, Prestige Olay and Prestige Schnitzel. I think, this is my theory, Prestige Olay is only in there to run a tactical race against the Danger Kaleo. because Kaleo gets back, Prestige Schnitzel sits behind the bunny, which is a $67 shot. He's not going to win. But Prestige Schnitzel, she's been running great late splits. Kaleo ran identical splits behind her to finish 5 lengths back after he blew the start last time out. Now, if he catches the start and Prestige Olay cannot run a tactical race against him because she's behind them, it's going to be a drag race on for the last 200. And I think it'll come down to a head bobber. But given that Kaleo blew the start last time, I'm going to bank on him going back this time, and Prestige Schnitzel gets out and wins by a couple of lengths.
Well, you've tipped both horses, the Schnitzel and the Olay, in the past, and they're both.
Yeah, look, I'm going to say though, Prestige Olay was in the right race in her maiden, but she ran 2 seconds below standard time. Her last race she won also, but it was a very well placed race, because her last late splits were 2 seconds slower than what Prestige Schnitzel's was when he won his last race. She won her last race, sorry. So I think she's just in here for a tactical run against the competition.
You don't think they run the Quinella, the Prestige?
No.
Right. Yeah, you've heard it, Tone.
Prestige Schnitzel wins, and her stablemate, he'll just he's there to run tactics against the competition.
There you go. Interesting indeed. Now, I'll go next, Tone, because I think my race is before yours, and you've gone to about race 7 for yours. No, you haven't. Gone to race 3.
Where are we, Taz?
How'd you guess that?
We go to Morfordville, race 1, and unfortunately, my $2.10 that I took earlier on is now into $1.80, and I've gone race.
That's all right.
Race 1, number 8, Global Eclipse. Now it's a Price Kent Junior horse. This thing won by 6 lengths at Cranbourne. It will just get out in front. It will dictate the terms, and it will win. I think this colt has got a lot of upside, and I'm pretty sure it might still be nominated in Melbourne somewhere. But if it goes over to Morfordville, as far as I'm concerned, it just brains them. Who have I got? Benny Mellum on it, and at $1.80 in a smallish race, I think it should just lead and win.
I agree. I had a look at Morfordville this week because of the carnival over there. I like this one running into a double. I hope I'm not taken away from you here, Tone.
That's right.
But race 2, Albertville. So if you put the two together, you're going to get about $3.50 to go Taz into Albertville. Albertville was almost my Kickstarter when I found Prestige Schnitzel.
Nice. Tone, tell us which race meeting it is.
Caulfield, surprisingly, race 3. Race 3 for a change. Now I've gone for number 2, Scampy. It was a massive win the other day. It's on a short backup. It won at where was it? It win the other day at Cranbourne. Won at I think it was Cranbourne the other day. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. It won pretty well. The only thing I don't like about it, it's got a criminal on board in Ethan Brown. I don't like the jockey. I just can't take Ethan Brown, and I just can't handle him. But look, it's just a steer around. Just should be able to steer around. You know, like you get it's around about 320 at the moment. I reckon it'll go off at about 280 or something like that. It's drawn one, and I think it's going to string another one together. They wouldn't have it in there on such a short backup if they didn't think it could win.
I think it's going to come in as well, Tone, because I wouldn't be surprised if one of my little black bookers does get scratched in Savagery Vibe. I know it's running in potentially in South Australia, so like that 320 right now might be $2.50 come Saturday morning if there's a few scratches.
Oh, come on. Savagery Vibe's not going to cause that much of deductions. It'll be somewhere between 5 and 8%.
That's only one scratching. But I'm saying with a few more, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, true.
$2.50. So 320 is a good price if you take it. If you get 10, 15 cents deductions, it's going to come into that $3 mark. Then if there's money, that's what I mean by $2.50. So interesting, but Tone, I have to ask you. I have to.
Yeah.
On the page, it might have been last week, this week, you threw out a tip somewhere up north. And you did say, Marto, I think you might have been around then.
I do. I
What did
heard.
you say?
I've
What did
seen
you
the show.
say you will never ever do again?
I'll never ever go back to that
I'm
criminal
not
state
going
of
back there
Queensland.
again either because I was ripped off again. See,
That's
they're
your karma.
horrendous up there in that.
That's
It's
your
a lovely
karma.
state, but their horse racing is horrendous. Eh?
Why would you do it? I mean, you said you'd never ever do it, and then you
Yeah.
went up and did it, and you dug yourself a hole because it did nothing. And you
I know it did nothing. That just proves the point, doesn't it? That they pull them up more often, up north, the north of the border, the New South Wales border, don't they? Oh, anyway.
very,
Yeah.
very.
I agree.
I don't because my main bet is going to go back up there as
Yeah,
well.
well, you're getting the mail from all the crooks.
Yeah, I
that's
do.
right.
I've always
Don't
said
back
it.
this one. We're gonna run this one in today, Taz.
I've always said in order to catch a crook, you got to think like a crook.
Yes.
You've got a direct line to the corrupt stewards up there. That's great.
Yes.
I tell you what, I have a question for you, and I found this out the other day. Do you know who? Like recently, Tony Mockbell's been released out of jail and stuff, as you probably.
Mm.
Now we're not going into whether he was guilty, not guilty, all his stuff that he did. But do you ever know who the first horse trainer was? Because he used to love the horses.
No.
Johnny Salinitri. So when he first got involved in horse racing, he got involved with Johnny Salinitri. I found this out the other day.
I know that name. Yeah. Yep.
Johnny used to be a apprentice for Angus Armanesco, and he still trains horses. Just a trainer. But yeah, I didn't know that. So it'd be interesting to see if he's allowed back on course as well now because he hasn't been pardoned and stuff. They're going through the appeal. But anyway, just some interesting trivia. Something that I came across that I found out by a friend.
Yes, well, he'll do the Robbie Waterhouse. Just sign the wife on as the trainer instead.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that we talk about that because there's a book that I'm trying to get my hands on called The Gambling Man. So if anyone out there has heard of it or can get access to it, let us know because it's a book that the Waterhouse, not the Waterhouse. Who's she married to? What's their names?
Yeah, Robbie Waterhouse.
Yeah, the Waterhouse.
That's her husband.
Yeah, so the Waterhouse.
Her father was the great T.J. Smith, but her husband is Robbie Waterhouse.
The Waterhouse family.
Yep.
This book is all about them and
Right.
some of their not so good supposable activities. So they tried to stop this book from being published. I don't know if they have or not, but it's called The Gambling Man. If anyone can get a hold of it for us, let us know.
Absolutely. Sounds really interesting. Well worth a read.
Yeah,
I'd say.
that's what I've been told. That's what I have been told. Now, that said, I know in the City of Churches there's some huge races, but we won't go there. We're going to get our best bets out of the way, and then we'll focus on some big ones, especially because we've got the Magic Man.
Oh, yeah.
So, again, we're not going to hold back. Marto, the stage.
Hello.
Where are you going?
Mate, I'm actually going to a cup race. Cup races have been kind to me. So I'm going to the Hawkesbury Cup at Hawkesbury, funnily enough. You win this, you're into the big dance later in the year. But race 8 at Hawkesbury, Punch Lane. Now, keep in mind, this is a possible scratching. He's run 2 weeks in a row, and the Freedmans are going to give him up to a Thursday night or Friday to see if he's going to be right to run on. The reason they nominated him here is because this horse absolutely swims and destroyed the field last start. Where'd he go? He went to Randwick in I think it was a midway. Absolutely destroyed them. But he's here because they're going to get a heavy 8 at Hawkesbury, and this horse swims. He's 2 from 2 on a heavy track. He'll have no trouble seeing out the trip after what he did last start. Rock hard fit. The Freedmans are just waiting to see how he's going to pull up through the week to see if they nominate him, keep him nominated into this race or not. But honestly, I can't see anything catching him if he does run here. Matcha Latte still got to handle the heavy track. Tavi Time is one that will handle the heavy track if he's in there, which is probably my second pick if Punch Lane pulls out. But for now, Punch Lane is my meat and 2 vegetable Saturday. Hawkesbury race 8, number 5.
It has raced down
Perfect.
here in Melbourne. It's been up to Queensland, and now it's settled in New South
Travelled.
Wales. So, yeah, interesting. Tone, you've been Punch Lane drunk in the past. What do you think of Punch?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I like it, and it does go well in the wet. So I read about that before. It's a real mudlark.
Absolutely, yeah.
Who's
You
on
won't like
board?
it though because Nash is on.
Oh, another criminal.
But he rode him last start to win, so he obviously knows him well. Well, it was a big gap last start when he pulled away from him. I'm just pulling it up now. It was almost a 5-length win at Randwick over 1,500. Just a little further. The trip won't bother. Just depends on how fit he pulls up through the week.
Fair call.
Because this will be the third run in 3 weeks. That's why they're just waiting.
So what have you got to go with there, Tone? Because I know you're staying in that state. So
Yes, yeah. I'm going to Hawkesbury race 10, number 3. I'm backing up again with Cool Jakey. Cool Jakey. Now, it's got the Greek freak on board, isn't it? The Greek guy, Adam.
Well, not Greek, but we say he is Adam.
Adam Hieronymus.
We do. He's Greek to us.
And he's safe as a house. I'm quite happy with the way he rides horses. I know it's up in weight, but I think he's safe enough to steer it round. It's around about $7. It is drawn out in 13. I don't know how it's going to go out there, but I tend to think like it's really close. It ran 3rd last start, was it 3rd or 2nd?
Yeah.
And
it was in the placings, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So it's I reckon ready to go.
No.
I think Saturday's the day that Cool Jakey will get the chocolates.
No. You're taking on one of your other favourites in this race down the bottom there.
Oh, here we go. Taz, we've always got others that we've tipped. We've been tipping this for years, mate.
Yeah, but,
there's always something's going to pop up that we've tipped before.
Do you remember? No, Chica Mojito was one that Tony.
I know. I saw that scumbag of a thing. I tell you, if that wins,
it's back.
I'm going to tear up my all my form guides and throw the phone in the bin. I think it's a dog. It can't win.
I'm not saying that it can't. It's just that I just wanted to hear what you had to say because I know, like I looked at the Cool Jakey and you backed up on it and there's nothing wrong with that. But I just went down the field and had a look and I thought, oh, hang on a tick. Tone's taken on himself with Chica Mojito here.
I know. It's bloody first up with McAvoy on it too, but I don't know. I don't think it can win. I bloody hope it doesn't.
If anyone wants to, they can just back Tone against Tone and back both of them because they're both good players.
Touch them up. Yeah, look, I think just having a quick look at that race, I don't think anything's going to stop Cool Jakey getting to the front. It's probably the only leader, maybe one down low. So it's going to be leading or forward. And that Hawkesbury track being wet, it's going to love the leaders. So you're going to be every chance there, Tone.
Well, that sounds good.
Yes, I'm hoping to go. I'm hoping to back up on last week's win. Hope I can go 2 from 2.
Yeah, mate, just got to handle the heavy track.
Nothing wrong with that. Well, I too am hoping that it's a leader's track, but I want it to be leader bias at Eagle Farm. And at Eagle Farm, 8, number 7, Hidden Wealth is exactly what I've got. I mean, exactly what I'm tipping. So I like this horse. Tim Clark got a real good. Tim Clark's take to ride. It's Tony Gollan's horse. Got a good first up record. Goes well, but something that I want you to have a look at. His last preparation, its only blemish was at Eagle Farm, where it ran 12th.
I'm going to bring it up on my phone.
If you do go back and watch that video, the horse was in amongst the leaders looking for an opening, and then all of a sudden got squeezed so badly that the jockey sat up in the irons and just said, "No, we're not going anywhere. We're not hurting it."
Fair enough. What was the race and the horse number again?
It is race 8, number 7, Hidden Wealth. Into 550 at the moment. Look, it's simple. I'll read you some stats. First up, 2 starts for a win and a placing. It's won 4 out of 6 at the distance. rain affected going. It's had 6 starts for 3 wins and 2 placings. The only blemish I gave you, it does draw barrier 15. However, barrier 15 is not a problem because we've got King Kappa, we've got Coal Crusher, and we've got Rothfire, which are all on the inside barriers 1, 4, and 6 that'll push forward, which will then help us just get a card across, sit just off them. When they're all rushing, ready to go, guess what? Hidden Wealth pulls out over the top. Thank you very much. Timmy Clark, well done. Tony Golan, Money in the Bank. What more can I say?
It does race well at Eagle Farm too, this horse. It's won a few there before, hasn't it?
It has. It's got a good race record. It's got a good race record. It won first up last preparation in Group 3 as well. Anyway,
yeah,
it's the one for me. Probably 50 at the moment, but I do want to see horses racing forward of, say, midfield winning on the day. And unfortunately, Marto, I'm not as astute as you. I'm not sure how the race will track.
We like to call Eagle Farm the Moonee Valley of Queensland. So it's still a big track though. So you do get room if you run behind the speed. It's become a nice track after what they did. Yeah. They did everything they could to screw it up when they tried to refurbish it, but only a year on from that, it's come on quite well. So,
well,
and like you said, it's got a good track record. You got one of the best trainers in the state behind it, and one of the best jockeys in Sydney on the back.
Absolutely correct. Now, down in the city of Churches, where the carnival sort of is going, because it's sort of Brisbane, Queensland, but
Queensland's just starting to warm up. I think I'll be spending a bit more time looking at form there shortly.
So what have you had a look? Have you had a look at the what is it? The Guineas down there?
The Guineas, the Port Adelaide Cup, and there's something else on down there as well.
The Port Adelaide Cup's pretty average, I think, to be honest. But have you had a look at the Guineas?
Yeah, of course I have.
Tone, have you race 7? In Adelaide?
Yes, I'd look. Yep.
All right, so who goes first? Go on.
I'm just waiting for my page to load up.
Marto give the spiel on the horse. He can tell you what it is. I like Somewhere. It's around about $9.
Nice.
Somewhere
in the Guineas.
Oh, I like the form behind Sneaky Sunrise. I think it's got the right sort of form lines coming into this, and will be suited to a more fit track over this sort of trip. Okay. Sneaky Sunrise at $6. So we're all against the favourite so far.
Well, and I do like the favourite, which is on display, and I think it's behind yours Lottie's pretty much measures up here. So I think
I was going to mention that if you didn't say it, but yes.
So there's the 3 there. So that's good. We've got the trifecta. Another one. What about the Derby?
Okay, well,
trifecta there as well. Marto,
Tony? The Derby. What I have was that Silent Sorrente, number 2. I'm just trying to bring up the page now. It's taking a little while to load on my.
No, Silent Sorrente's in the Port Adelaide Cup.
Yeah, okay. Well, we'll forget that. That's Silent Sorrente is going to win the Port Adelaide Cup in a very average field.
I think you've gone with another horse that starts with S.
It's number 2. I'm just waiting for my page to load up. My computer's lagging. I got number 2 written down for the Derby, but I haven't got a name.
Statutoria.
Yeah, that's right. Because we're on it last start. That was one of the best of the day from me.
Yeah.
Real nice form behind it, and I think that form lines up well in this Derby race.
The Black Book of Remind. Tony, have you had anything in the Derby?
Well, I don't really like anything because I reckon it's not a race that I particularly like. But if I was going to have a bet, I'd have to follow one of my favourite jockeys in Zara, and he's on American Wolf number 4. American Wolf.
Oh,
Mark Zara's on that. It's about $8.
Did win very well last start. Did win very well. I actually have got one here that I like that I'll be going on, which I had black booked from I can give you the exact date, the 24th of October, 2024. And my note said, could be a Derby type horse.
There you go.
Especially with a bit of give in the ground. Don't know if I'm going to get any give in the ground. It's a blue battler. Yeah. It's Revelia. And it's run 2 placings its last 2 starts. Don't know what number it is. It's down the bottom. Is it Wallet?
Lavelia, yeah. Jamie Mellon's on number 8, about $7. Yeah.
It's the one. It's just so the two I had black booked was Marto's tip, Statorio, and mine Lavelia. And yeah, I think Statorio probably goes forward, and Lavelia comes from behind. Who knows? They're the ones.
Do we think Gold Rush Guru is going to trouble anything?
I think I wouldn't be surprised if it wins.
I don't think he's come back as well as what he has last prep, and that's why he's not winning.
Yeah, but he's been in Sydney, and I don't know if Sydney.
Oh, he raced in Morfettville last week.
Yeah, that was just probably to have a look around, get acquainted again.
Didn't he win this last year? Gold Rush Guru, was that the South Australian Derby he won last year?
Yeah,
he's won one of the derbies.
He
just drawn the car park out in 18 stubby holes.
Yeah, but he tends to get back a bit and run on late. I don't know where the rail is set for this Morfettville track, but if it's in it, it tends to be forward.
It won at the main derby. It won here in Melbourne, Gold Rush Guru.
Yeah, it might have been the Australian Derby then.
Yeah, it won a big one at Flemington.
But that was last prep.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, like some horses are seasonal as well, so it may come up, and maybe it prefers the spring and the smell and the pollen in the air rather than the autumn where the leaves are falling off the trees. Who knows? So that's those. Now,
yes.
There's also Hawkesbury Guineas, and I know Marto. You couldn't let Sydney slide, could you?
Well, Hawkesbury's not really Sydney, but no, you're right.
Sort of is. New South Wales, just up the road, down the river.
Just up the road. Yeah, a couple of clicks up the road. I think I went a bit wider in that one. Is that race 9 at Hawkesbury? Really having trouble with my laptop here. Oh, here we go.
I'm not sure offhand.
No, that's the Gold Rush.
That's the Gold Rush. Is it 8?
The Guineas must be race 6. Hawkesbury race 6.
The Z horse.
I haven't got a standout. Snitson Over pops up in my numbers.
Yep.
Yeah, and Just Party as well. Just Party was scratched from that meet and 2 veg race in the Cup. From Tones. It was one of the later races. Just Party was an emergency, not getting in there. So Just Party's going to run in the Guineas over 1400. I don't mind it. I have followed that horse.
Z-Tongue, wasn't it the one you liked?
Sorry? In the Guinea. Oh, hang on. I'm looking at.
I reckon you're looking at the wrong race, Marto. Race 6. I thought you liked Z-Tongue, the Blue Battler. I mean, you've got all those other horses in it, unless I've got it wrong.
No, I might have done some extra form work and changed my mind.
Well, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Rachel King, Z-Tongue, number 5, Blue Battler. James.
No, are you looking at the right race? That's not the Hawkesbury Guineas.
Yeah.
No, the Hawkesbury Guineas is race 6. That's
sorry,
I've given you the wrong number. Is what I've done.
Just Party's number 4 and Z-Tongue's number 5.
In the Hawkesbury Guineas, race 6.
Yep. Just brought it up here on the phone.
No, Z-Tongue's in race 7. Z-Tongue's in race 7. Newspaper's race 5 in the Guineas.
It's not. It's race 5, race 6, Marto.
Bloody hell.
Race 6 of the Guineas.
Doesn't matter. I'll tell you what the good thing is, Marto. The good thing, you threw out a few that you liked.
Yeah, I think it's really open. That's why.
I'm throwing in Z-Tongue because I think that's the one you told us earlier. But that's okay because you've done form. But the bottom line, Tone, is don't bet in this race because we've all got no idea. It's one as Tone just get out the dartboard and throw a dart. Whatever number lands on, then have $5 on it because you might win. And
I've got 2 in this race that I'm going to throw a dart at. And they are number 7 because I've backed it before, French Ruler.
Yeah.
Once again, we've got the Greek Freak on board, and the other ones with a scumbag jockey on it in Bayless is the 300 at about 19 skins. They're the 2 that I might throw a dart at.
Well, I've got a dart as well to throw, but based on the fact that Marto believes that this will be a leader type track, it's got no hope. Because the one I was looking at was down the bottom, Alabama Fox.
Alabama Fox.
Big green.
Oh, what about Alabama State? You're going to have that one as well.
Well, that's yours. I know you have. But you see, the problem is, I don't mind
This
the
race
elevation.
is a nightmare. Eh?
They come from behind. That's the only problem. And if it's a leader bias track, it's not going to suit them.
It's yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone off a bit too, hasn't it? It hasn't done much this time in Mato, has it?
No, not a whole lot. Just for everyone out there, Zitang is not in the Guineas race.
It is. Mate,
I'm looking at the Guineas field.
race.
Hawkesbury race 6. 1 is Pisces, 2 is Snitzenova, 3 is Gatsby's, 4 is Just Party, 5 is Newspaper, 6
Huh?
is Field.
Huh?
What have you
Are
got?
we looking at in the Guineas?
Yeah.
We're looking at the
What's number
Guineas.
5?
I've got Zetang. Zetang's number 5.
Maybe it's my laptop screwed up. It's number 1 Pisces, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
That might have replaced the horse because this is a last-minute update. But number 5 now is listed as Newspaper with Rachel King riding.
No, Rachel King is on Zetang.
Well, I'm looking at sports bet form here, and it says race 6, number 5 is Newspaper. I don't know what's going on there.
No, either way.
Oh, sports bet stuffed up by the sound of it.
I'm going to go to my
I don't know.
laptop account and I'll
Yeah,
check.
check on another bookie account
Yeah.
because they may have switched out the horses. It wouldn't be the first time Godolphin's done that. Send the wrong horse to the track.
Well, I'll tell you what, it sounds like a something Waterhouse would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Robbie would.
Let's have a look, race.
But
Quite possible.
The Guinea.
Newspaper is a wet tracker.
No, it's Zetang on that. So there you go.
There you go. Sorry, sports bet,
maybe
you're
it's,
wrong again.
maybe it's something, but it doesn't matter. Let's now.
Sports better, Crooks. I'm not having a bet in this race. It's too open. Anything could win.
Now, I know last week I found a special, and I found another one, and it's in Hawkesbury. No, it's in Newcastle. So I want to just get this out of the way, and it's done, right?
Yep.
This horse cost $1.8 million.
Holy shit.
First acquired it. It has had 4 starts and it hasn't won. It's only had 2 placing. It's trained by Waterhouse Bot. It's going to Newcastle race 2, number 3. I don't know what price it'll be. It's called Sheba. It does like to lead, and I have absolutely no idea who the jockey is this time. And it is P. Bozellen. Now, if it doesn't win, maybe P is a bozo, but P. Bozellen is the jockey. 4th first up at Wyong. This horse will lead. It's 1,250. Don't know what price it'll be. Chiba, Chiba. Boys,
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
That is like a suburb of no, it's a inner city of Tokyo, Chiba.
Right.
Yeah. So there we go.
What about you,
Felt
ladies?
differently though.
What have you got
Uh,
on the sly?
No.
It can be footy, it can be anything you want. It can be Ange getting the boot after tomorrow. Anything that you've got to share.
It's kidding the boot. Well, what's happening on with Godolphin? Young Mr. Cummings is breaking away, and he's going to run public stable instead of private stables now, doing his own thing.
Not a bad
Is
thing.
he the next Bart Cummings? No, it's time for sure. It's interesting, and some of the Godolphin horses are being sent to other trainers because they're breaking down their private stable.
Yep.
Interesting to see how many go to Waller.
Oh, yeah, would be. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, he's still got some room there, doesn't he? But yeah, he's still going to train on some of those Godolphin horses in his public stables, but he's going to take on other horses from public owners.
Tone, are you going to get in among that? Are you going to try to pick one of those up at the sales?
Yeah. I did win a bit, but not that much. But I've got a. I know that I did look earlier in my account, and I'm not sure where it is, but I've got one running tomorrow, and I black booked it for a lot of reasons. I think called Cougars.
Cougars.
Cougars. Now I don't
Bloody
know
hell.
what.
Taz, what would a cougar look like if she was chasing Tone? Jesus.
But I know that you can get them in bourbon and they're green cans.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah,
no, I was
go.
thinking of the old women chasing the younger men.
So I have to have a look. I've got to look back and find out why I black booked it. Either it got into trouble during the race, or they put a stack of money on it and it ran like a busted ass and it was favourite. But I don't often black book horses, and that I noticed it's running tomorrow. And I think I'm not sure on the price. Might be about 5 or 6 to 1 or something. But just have a look at that.
Right.
I'm not
We
sure.
will. Now, gents,
Right. John, one more. Wagga Gold Cup is on tomorrow, Friday. If you get to see the show, you're going to get on number 12, Flying Bandit, in the Wagga Cup. Big chance now that Naval College has been scratched.
Perfect. Now, we're down to our last minute, boys. So, Marto, we haven't had you for a while. Surely in your absence, you've got a zinger.
Yeah, I do, actually. What's worse?
Less than a minute.
Well, shut up. What's worse than two girls running with the scissors? Two girls scissoring with the runs.
He's very, very good. But all right, Marto, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you back.
Yes,
it has been your pleasure.
Never a chore. Episode 48 AC. I'll get it uploaded. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate your time, efforts, and
great to see everyone else.
Well done, Taz. Yeah, well done, Marto. Good to see you.
Good luck, boys.
And more winners on the weekend for everyone. Yay.
Bang, bang.